We are back with another episode. My name is Aaron.
My name is Colin.
And this is the Sports Hive Show.
Woo!
Dude, it's almost Christmas time. You ready?
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, yeah? I don't speak Spanish. Dude, we have playoff football coming up. Are you excited for it?
As long as my team makes playoffs.
Well, speaking of your team, are they even going to make playoffs?
Theoretically, they should. They have a 88% chance to make playoffs, which is still higher than the Bears.
That's true.
And the Buccaneers. So, the Packers are sitting at 7th seed. They were at the 2nd. But like we were talking the other day, it's as long as the Bears lose and the Packers win, and we go in that opposite order each week, that order of 2nd and 7th seeds always going to bounce around.
Dude, big game this weekend coming up.
This Saturday.
Bears and Packers. Oh, is that Saturday?
Mm-hmm. Saturday Night Football.
This Saturday?
Yeah.
I thought the Saturday game started next week.
No. Well, so the Packers have both Saturday games.
Okay.
Versus the Bears, and then the following Saturday is against the Ravens.
That's right. Okay, that's what I was thinking, that Saturday game.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that the Bears and the Packer game in Lambeau was on this Saturday.
It's not in Lambeau.
It's not in Lambeau?
This time it's in Soldier Field.
Uh-oh. Do you think the Packers could pull it off without the one and the only Micah Parsons?
I think they could do it. They're going to need to do it. They don't have a choice.
Very well said.
I mean, the Packers' defense was already, like, at this point in time, like, top 5 in each category this time last year without Micah. So then it's very doable, but I know that on the defensive side of the ball, we are without. Evan Williams got hurt. He's our safety. Then Micah Parsons, obviously, he's out in IR, torn ACL. And then Devontae Wyatt, ankle, IR. So no Wyatt, no Parsons, but still have Gary, Enagbari, Brooks. I think Van Ness is supposed to come back soon if he wasn't there on Sunday, which I don't believe he was. Then there's still Edrin Cooper. Quay Walker also got hurt, but then came back. I think all the other defensive players need to step it up a little bit more.
They're going to have to. I think the Packers lost their scare factor.
Well, yeah, because Micah made everybody else around him better because the offensive lines were focused on Micah. So
100%.
Allowed Gary or Cooper or Quay, Van Ness do whatever they wanted to an extent or help. But we'll see. We shall
Do you
see.
think the Bears are going to exploit that Packer defensive line with their run game? Because the run game for the Bears is actually pretty good. Do you think they go with the run game, or do you think the Bears are going to go with the passing game, knowing that Micah Parsons is out for the rest of the year?
They're probably going to have to go with the run game because they tried the run game last time at the beginning and it didn't work. And then he went to the passing and then it almost worked. But I think they will try to run the ball quite a bit on Saturday.
The game's going to be good, but how do you feel about the Packers' Super Bowl chances now without Micah Parsons? Getting the trade of the decade, arguably said, and then he is out for playoffs, which you guys are probably going to make playoffs, but now he's not going to be there. Do you think the Packers can adjust and the Packers can actually be Super Bowl contenders this year?
I think they could do it because, I mean, they made the playoffs last year without him in the first place, and their defense is relatively the same. I mean, like, you lost some defensive backs, but I think it's still doable. It's just going to be a lot harder, and that means Jordan Love and the offense is just going to have to be a lot more consistent.
Right, they're going to have to step up for sure.
Yeah.
Because losing a piece like Micah Parsons, who was that one player that everybody's searching for that could be the game changer to win a Super Bowl, and then you don't have him.
Yeah,
so
the Packers have gotten to the playoffs, I think, like almost every single year that at least I've been watching football for the most part. I mean, so they just have to make up for the losses. And Love, I think he's been in 3 playoff games. He's only won one of them, and that was versus Dallas. And he didn't even play that well. It was Aaron Jones who had like 150 rushing yards and like 3 touchdowns. And the defense was also stout. So
was that
everybody has to.
Right. Was that the playoff game that Dak and the Cowboys miscommunicated with the clock and lost time at the end there. Was that against the Packers?
I don't think so.
Or that was some other team in the playoffs?
That was another team. I don't even know if it was playoffs, though.
It was either to go into the playoffs or it was in the playoffs. Because I remember it being...
lost them the game.
Right, exactly.
It wasn't playoffs because
I
think
gotta
it
look
was
that
towards
up.
the end of the season. It might have been a division game. If it was a playoff game, it wasn't that same year because the Packers mollywopped them.
Right. Dude, okay, we got to talk about Phillip Rivers. 44-year-old Phillip Rivers coming out of retirement to play for the Colts. We knew that he was going to get the QB1 nod. It was just a matter of time, and he got it on Saturday. So that means his Hall of Fame eligibility goes back down to 0 years. He's got to wait another 5. He's going to be over 50 before he gets in. Plus, his benefits were running out, with his 10
kids.
Yep. And he had until January 19th of 2026 before his benefits ran out. And he's like, oh, wait, let me go play football for a year or 4 games. And it'll be another 5 for more benefits. Smart play on his part.
Move.
It is a chess move. But, dude, he didn't do bad. He was, 18 for 27, 1 tud, 180-something yards with a pick.
Yeah, 1 interception, 1 sack, and QBR 73. But mind you, it was the only touchdown that game. Everything else was field goals.
Oh, dude, that's right.
Jason Myers on the Seahawks had 6 field goals.
Dude, Jason Myers is going to go number 1 next year in fantasy football because this homie he's averaging 20 points a game the last 4 games?
Yeah, and because he had 24 on Sunday, then the week prior he had 14 and then 19 and then 13 and then 15 and then 15.
Yeah, he's more consistent than most wide receivers and running backs are.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
him and Brandon Aubrey.
I'm so excited
in the NFL.
I'm so excited to go up against him in the semifinals and fantasy football playoffs.
Hey, you're welcome.
I am so excited. I look at your roster, right, because we're playing each other, and I'm like, that's easily your best player is your kicker. 20 points right there. That's what's going to happen.
Best player, dude.
Yep.
Jamar Chase, Michael Wilson, Josh Jacobs, Brock Bowers, Drake London, Tyler Warren. You're lucky I don't have Devontae Adams this week. Tell you what.
It's all right. I'm going to get bounced down. I know it.
Yeah, I know you've beat me every single time on the regular matchups.
Yep.
And it's going to come down to that playoff one this weekend where I end up winning.
Of course. Of course.
But, old-ass Phillip Rivers, he looked pretty good. Well, good enough. Good as you'd expect.
So
for a 44-year-old off the couch.
Yes.
70 rating on Madden, by the way. 5 years out of retirement, he gets a 70.
Wait, how many on Madden?
He's a 70 overall.
70 overall on Madden?
Yeah. From off the couch for 5 years and 44 years old, that's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
That's better than some starters right now. That's better than Anthony Richardson.
That's very true. So do you think he can actually take the Colts anywhere in the playoffs?
Well,
if they make it.
They need to win out. They need to win out, and they need the Texans to lose twice.
So let's look at that. So let's name off the teams that are completely eliminated from the playoffs. So on the AFC side, with the Titans, Raiders, Browns, Jets, Bengals, Dolphins.
Let me say this one.
And I'll let you say this last one.
Kansas City Chiefs
are all out of the playoffs. This is going to be the first year of playoffs since early 90s.
I know what you're going to say. Late 90s, 1998.
Yep. When you were born, there's no Brady, no Manning, and no Patrick Mahomes.
Peyton Manning, that is.
Yes, exactly. Do you think it's Josh Allen's year?
No.
To win the playoffs? Because most likely Lamar Jackson's not going to be in there as well.
Well, he definitely has the best shot. I mean, he even probably has the best shot next year, too, because I don't think Henry signed like a 2-year deal with the Ravens.
I believe so, yeah.
So then his deal is going to be done after this season. Then I think Zay's contract, I don't know, might expire. Then Mark Andrews, for some reason, got an extension for 3 years and like $40 million. I mean, the Bills and Josh Allen have theoretically the best shot this year and the next because I saw something about the Chiefs.
Because for the record, Josh Allen could not get past any of those boys. And Burrow. I forgot to mention Burrow. Burrow's not going to be in the playoffs either. So it's like make it or break it type of year for him.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people on the Chiefs account for $342 million of a projected $304 million team salary cap next year.
Whoa.
So that's Mahomes, who's owed $78 million, Chris Jones, who's $45 million, Jawan Taylor, $27, Trey Smith, $24, Nick Bolton, $19, Jalen Moore, $19, Creed Humphrey, $18, George Karlaftis, $15. And that's not having Rice in there. That's not having Xavier Worthy. That's not having Travis Kelce. That's not having Juju. That's not having Hollywood Brown. That's not having Pacheco. That's not having Hunt.
That's insane.
Yeah. So for that specific reason, unless somehow, some way they get away with it, this dynasty, all done.
Dunzo. Now on
Financially
to the
standpoint.
Patriots dynasty again.
As Father said,
That's why I bring it up.
It's a little too early to
That's
call
why I
it
bring it up, because
a
he's not
dynasty.
wrong.
I
He's
know,
not
I mean,
wrong.
I mean, if they win the Super Bowl this year, that's definitely is going to help their case because
For sure.
Drake May's like second or third year.
Yep.
Vrabel's first year as a Patriots head coach.
That would be so cool, though, because I like Vrabes.
I
I
like
like Drake
Vrabel.
May.
Yeah,
It would actually be cool to actually see the Patriots win and then Stephon Diggs get his ring as
Finally.
well. Finally. And it would be cool. But, okay, back to my original point. All those teams eliminated. We'll talk more about the Chiefs later, but
I don't think Josh Allen is even the best quarterback
no,
that's left in
the playoffs.
playoff
For sure. For sure. I'm just talking like old school. He's never been able to get past those quarterbacks I mentioned to reach the Super Bowl. He's always gets stuck by one of those teams. But
in these standings, if you play it as it lies, like Happy Gilmore, they'd play the Jags in Jacksonville, which that's not necessarily an easy dub
it's not.
since Trevor Lawrence just had theoretically the best game in NFL history,
He did.
like with passing yards, rushing yards, passing touchdowns, rushing touchdowns.
It's dubbed as the best game in NFL
Yeah.
history, which is insane.
Mm,
Yeah, I did not expect Trevor Lawrence to be that guy. But he's playing some crazy football. That Jags team is no joke.
Yeah, no, he's
They're scary. Scary
he's
good.
a stud.
And then with adding Jacoby Myers in there, in that mix in the wide receiver room,
It's
bro.
helped.
Oh, it's helped a ton. A ton. It's opened up their passing ability now.
If they still had Calvin Ridley and they didn't get rid of him,
Right.
if ands and buts about it. But I don't even think the Jags aren't an easy win.
No, not by any stretch of the imagination.
For the Bills aren't getting past the Broncos. They wouldn't get past the Patriots, and they, like I said, they haven't. The Patriots have a 2-0 sweep on the Bills this year. And you picked the Bills last week. I picked the Patriots, and the Patriots ended up winning. No, opposite.
Opposite. I picked the Pats. You picked the
Opposite.
Bills.
Yep, my fault. Yeah, so 1-1. The season split 1-1. Jags ain't easy. The Steelers are only easy, I think, because the defense isn't that good
And
anymore.
they could get beat any old week, really. They're not consistent.
Exactly. And then the Texans are muy fuego right now.
I mean, after starting 0-3 and now being 9-5, like they know what they need to do to win football games right now.
Correct.
They understand what needs to be done. And then on the bubble right now, because right now you have the Broncos who clinch, Patriots at 2, Jags at 3, Steelers at 4, Chargers at 5, which they're going to get bounced out because they always do. Bills at 6, Texans at 7. The Colts, who started the season 7-1, are now 8-6. And they were heavy favorites for MVP candidates to win the Super Bowl and everything. And then everything just gone to crap. And they probably won't make the playoffs unless what you said, it comes to truth. If they win out.
They have to win out and the Texans lose 2 at least.
Right, which I don't see that happening.
So that's 2 of 3 games left.
Right. And the Texans are on a roll and the Colts are not. So a lot of things has to change. And the Texans play the one and only Arizona Cardinals this weekend, which, it's going to be another 40-20 kind of blowout.
The Texans defense. No, the Texans and Cardinals already played, dude. They just played this Sunday. I know you ignored it because it was an ass whooping. It was like 20-40.
You're right, because we play the Falcons this week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the 20-40 ass whooping.
That you were thinking, yeah.
PTSD, bro.
the
It's PTSD.
The Texans
it's just,
play the Raiders, so it's going to be this.
Oh, okay. That's even
Yeah.
worse.
And the Texans defense is projected 10.5 points in fantasy.
Wah, 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 wah. It's going to 31-0.
You're also going against the Texans defense this week, so.
It's whatever. I just lose all the time.
Also,
It's okay.
I know what you said. The Chargers are going to get bounced they will in the playoffs because they're going to make it. Because I don't think the Colts or the Ravens are taking.
Oh yeah, no, the Chargers are making the playoffs, obviously.
So I think with the Broncos, Patriots, Jags, Steelers, Chargers, Bills, Texans, those teams, even though they're not solidified, in my opinion, they are, because they're all winning at the right time.
Yeah.
The Colts and the Ravens are not, despite the Ravens just winning this last weekend.
I think it's too late for them. They ramped up their season in the wrong time.
Exactly.
By like a week or two.
Way too late.
So, yeah, I think you're right. I think this is the setup for the AFC.
The seedings will change.
But the teams are going to stay the same in the playoffs. Broncos, Patriots, Jags, Steelers, Chargers, Bills, Texans in the AFC side. Colts and Ravens still theoretically, mathematically have a chance, but probably not going to happen. And even if it did, they're both going to go out.
It'd be a waste of a spot.
Right.
Even the Steelers and the Chargers are wasted spots in the AFC.
Right, but they still have to obviously play something.
You could literally take the Lions and the Panthers out of the NFC, put them in the AFC, and then they'll be better than the Chargers and Steelers.
Correct.
So,
and then on the NFC side, you got the Rams who clinched, Bears at 2, Eagles at 3, Bucks at 4, Seahawks at 5, Niners at 6, Packers at 7.
bringing up the rear.
With on the bubble, who were not out of it, but out of it, Lions, Panthers, Cowboys. With these teams who are currently eliminated, Vikings, Falcons, Saints, Commanders, Cardinals, Giants. So does this side, NFC side, does this stay the same, or do the Lions sneak in, or do the Panthers sneak in? And the Cowboys are pretty much dead. They're just mathematically, they're still in it, but not really. Honestly, they're done. So we're just looking at the Lions to see if they can sneak in or if the Panthers can sneak in.
I think it's honestly more realistic for the Panthers to sneak in out of any of those just because they're closer to their division lead.
Correct. Because both Panthers and Bucks are 7-7.
And then the Lions, they would have to win at least 2 more to get ahead of the Packers because also the Packers have the season sweep on them. So that's the reason why their percentage is only at 40 and the Packers are 88.
Makes sense.
I also think that the seedings will change, but the people or the teams will stay the same.
I could see the Panthers sneaking in. Who do the Panthers have this weekend? And the Bucks have this weekend?
The Panthers just lost to the Saints, so I mean I don't think it really matters who they got. Tampa Bay. So that's very
so the Panthers and Bucks play this weekend?
Yeah, so that's
crap.
That's for the division.
That's it. No, that's going to be the game for both of them to make the playoffs. That's going to be the playoff game right there for them.
But then the Panthers, the week after, they play Seattle, so that's going to be...
spanked. They're not winning that game.
Yikes. And then Tampa Bay, after the Carolina, they play Miami, who just got dog-walked by the Steelers last night.
I mean, I guess the Panthers could end up beating the Seahawks if the Seahawks are resting players at that point in time. But no, I still don't think...
They wouldn't because... The Seahawks,
because they're not playing for. Well, they could be playing for first. Never mind, because they're both 11-3. The Rams and the Seahawks are both 11-3, so they're still having a fight in the division. So they theoretically could end up being first. So yeah, they're not going to rest players.
Well, the Rams and the Seahawks have Thursday Night Football, so the Rams automatically have a playoff spot right now,
right?
No matter what, because I think they clinched their division.
No.
Because they can't clinch first seed if the Seahawks and the Rams have the same record.
That doesn't make sense.
If the Rams have the...
It just says clinched a playoff spot.
Exactly. So not their division.
Right.
So then that means they can't get anything lower than 7. So if the Rams were to lose to the Seahawks, that means the Seahawks and the Rams flip, and the Seahawks would be 1 and the Rams would be 5.
Right.
And then the Seahawks would probably have a for sure spot in the playoffs. So then they'd be clinched. And it would come down to the last 2 weeks on who wins, who loses, and on who gets that first seed.
Right.
So, the Seahawks ain't sitting anybody. The Seahawks and the Rams are both not going to sit anybody.
That makes sense.
I wouldn't. Sitting people is stupid.
I agree. Because then it gets them all messed up when they actually play the playoff game.
I could see them maybe sitting for like the fourth quarter, or if it's like a giant ass whooping, you can sit them down early.
Right.
But like for like a whole game, kind of like an NBA thing. You just like rest players in the middle of the season for nothing.
Yeah, that's lame.
And like Popovich and the Spurs would do that with like Ginobili and Duncan and Parker. And like who else were you going to watch on that team?
Nobody.
Tiago Splitter, Marco Bellinelli.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the sitting players is dumb in my opinion. Unless they're for sure hurt or like risk of re-aggravating injuries like Jane Daniels.
And Jaden Daniels is now out for the season because they closed him up. What's the word for it? I don't remember. Shut him down. Yeah. Finally, somebody was talking to them.
Yeah. I mean,
otherwise, he's going to go play football this weekend.
They listen to our podcast, apparently, dude.
Yes.
I've been calling for it to have that boy sit down.
Finally, somebody of importance listens to our podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Out of any organization, I would probably pick Washington to listen to this.
Yep. Dude, that's funny.
But yeah, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. on the Cardinals should be sitting the whole season, but Gannon said that he's optimistic that he'll play at least
questionable
once in these next 3 weeks. But he ain't playing this week. There ain't no way. And then, so if anything, he'll play the last week of the season just for fun.
Right. Because we ain't playing fun, nothing. We should, honestly, we just lose out. And so we can get an actual, like, 4th round pick or a 4th pick in the 1st round again. Because right now, the 2 and 12 teams are the Titans, the Raiders, and the Jets. So if they lose out, how many teams are 2 and 12?
3. Giants, Raiders, Titans.
Oh, that's right.
And then
that's right. The Jets are 3 and 11 now.
And then 3 and 11 teams: Jets, Browns, Cardinals. Shout out. The 4 and 10 teams are Bengals, Saints, and Commanders. So those
right. So we need to lose out, and we need
bottom feeders.
I need the Raiders to win. I need the Titans to win. I wouldn't mind the 1st pick again.
The Raiders ain't beating Houston this week.
Never know.
Yeah, well, we did pick the Raiders to beat the Eagles last week, and they got shut out.
Sure did.
Never picking that again.
Dude, the Jaguars put on a clinic. 48-20 against the Jets in Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, what was his stats?
You know what's weird is that, like, I looked at him because in one of our other leagues, Trevor Lawrence is a free agent still, or was until I picked him up. But I looked at him Sunday morning. I looked at him just because he's playing the Jets. But then the only reason why I didn't take him is because I have 4 quarterbacks, and that's Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, Caleb Williams, and Jacoby Brissett. I was like, I don't need a 5th. So I was like, And then would I have started him? I don't know. But then he proceeds to go 20-32, 330 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, no sacks. His QBR was 136.7. He rushed the ball 5 times for 51 yards, 1 touchdown. His longest run was 20, and no fumbles.
He was the leading passer.
And leading rusher.
In that game.
On less attempts.
Which is insane. Cause
Etienne, he balled out too because Etienne had 12 rushing attempts for 32 yards, no rushing touchdowns. But he had 3 catches for 73 yards and 3 touchdowns.
His 3 catches?
His 3 catches were all 3 touchdowns. Yeah.
Yep. Insane.
That's what they were looking for when they drafted Etienne like 3 years ago.
Right.
And Lawrence 4 years ago because were they teammates? Or was it?
I don't remember. Because Lawrence came out of Clemson.
Correct. Because the Jags did end up drafting a running back that was his teammate. And I can't remember if that was Etienne or not.
Let's see where he went to school. Yeah, he played, Clemson.
There you go.
Yeah, drafted in 21.
Yeah, and then the following year is when the Jags drafted Tank Bigsby high.
Right.
Which that didn't make sense to me because if you were just going to try and get those 2 boys back together as an E.T. and Trevor, why draft another running back high?
Right.
And then you just trade him to the Eagles earlier this year for like a 5th round pick. So, waste of a spot. But the Jags are on fire. Granted, it was the Jets.
But still, they're 10-4, leading their division healthily, I think. Did the Jags figure it out? Did Trevor Lawrence figure it out? Are they going to be a team that's going to be consistently good, or are they going to go back to the same old Jags next year?
I think they'll be consistently good. I mean, their defensive line has the right people, and then, I mean, their secondary, they traded for Greg Newsome from the Browns and got rid of Tyson Campbell. The offense is fine. You have Brenton Strange, you have Jacoby Myers, you have Brian Thomas Jr., you have Etienne, Tutton, Diami Brown, Parker Washington. It's very good, underrated people. I feel like the Jags always fly under the radar. Always.
Right, for sure. That's why I ask if they're actually to figure it out and not going to be under that radar anymore.
Just like when they went like 11-5 when they had Blake Bortles
Yeah.
at the helm and made the or AFC Championship. And who'd they lose to? I think they lost to the Steelers or something.
Pretty irrelevant since then.
That's what. No, so that year it was Case Keenum on the Vikings, Nick Foles on the Eagles. That was the NFC Championship game, and then the AFC Championship game was Bortles versus Brady and the Pats. So that type of year is what's going to happen this year. There's going to be one good ass quarterback and one good team, and the other 3 teams are going to have no business being involved in the AFC and NFC Championship games, and one of them is probably going to win it.
Right. Dude. All right, well, we're coming down to the wire, dude. Let's shift gears here a little bit. We're going to do our rapid fire pick for the NFL, and then we can talk NBA a little bit, right? So, coming up Thursday Night Football, Rams-Seahawks. Who do you got, dude? That's going to be a big game. That's in Seattle.
I'm going to say Seahawks just for the strict fact that Devontae Adams most likely isn't playing. If Vontae was playing, I would probably say Rams, but he's not. So I'm going to go with Seattle.
I'm also going to go with the Seahawks just because it's in Seattle. And
it's just, Lumen Stadium. It's hard to win there.
Yep. And it's going to be a great game. Either way, it's going to be high scoring or it's not going to be high scoring. We'll see. Maybe that Seattle
both
defense
really good
show
defenses
up.
Too, yeah.
Right. So we'll see what sides of the ball show up, but I think Seattle wins that one. Eagles Commanders in Washington on Saturday at 3 p.m.
Yep. Commanders just beat the Giants, which we didn't think would happen. The Eagles just shut out the Raiders 31-0. I think I'm going to go with the Eagles on this one.
I'm also going to go with the Eagles. The Commanders just had they played the Giants. Mm-hmm. That was it right there. Commanders aren't beating any other team right now, especially the Eagles.
Well, the Cowboys later on, so.
Correct. Packers Bears Saturday night.
I've stayed
in Chicago.
I've stayed true to my word for the 14 games they've played so far this year.
Bears on top.
Yeah. Packers by a little bit because I think just because Watson is hurt, he's day-to-day though, so I think he'll be back.
It's a very important game, so it would have to take Watson to be like broken to actually not play that game.
Yeah, to be dead again.
Right. He's going to play through whatever injury he sustained in Sunday's game.
And then
there ain't no way he's sitting.
Also be important if our offensive lineman, our second best offensive lineman, actually one of the best in the league, Zach Tom, can play because he also got hurt. And then Evan Williams, our starting safety, who's also a stud, also got hurt that game. But I don't know how severe those two are. But if they both play, which I'm sure they will if they can, I'm still going to give the edge to the Packers. Even with losing Micah, because I think the Bears are probably going to underestimate them, thinking that it's going to be easy with Micah being gone now. So, and I think the secondary is going to step up. I think he will. I think Caleb might throw like 2 to 3 picks. They got to get turnovers this game now.
Yeah, no, I like that reasoning. I want the Packers to win.
Yeah, I know you're going to choose the Bears. Go ahead, it's fine. I've chose against the Cardinals a handful of times,
but something's telling me that the Bears are going to edge it out. It's literally going to be a turnover. It's going to decide this game, and a field goal is going to decide this game. I think they're both going to beat up each other.
It's going to be a Caleb Williams turnover and a McManus field goal.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure. But I was going to be a little bit different. Losing a big vital piece like Michael Parsons on the defensive side, I don't know how you recover from it. I've never played football before, but we'll see. I'm just going to pick the Bears just because I do want the Packers to win. I'll be rooting for the Packers. For sure.
I get it. You just got to get your record back up.
Yeah, exactly.
On your game predictions.
Right. Chargers, Cowboys in Dallas. Cowboys are technically still in it mathematically.
Yeah, and the Chargers defense is like they did good against the Chiefs and Mahomes.
Yeah, no, they
Now Mahomes is out for the season.
They destroyed Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yeah, they killed him.
Sent them to Cancun and the hospital all in one fell swoop.
Or a hospital in Cancun.
Yeah. So do the Chargers beat the Cowboys and send the Cowboys packing to Cancun? 2 teams in a row.
I don't think so. I think the Cowboys have this one because the Cowboys' offense I trust a lot more than the Chargers because they have way better weapons. And then the defensive side of the ball, other than like Khalil Mack on the Chargers, I can't see any other position, and Derwin James, any other position on that defensive side of the ball that's better than the Cowboys currently with all the trades that they made at the deadline. Getting Quinn and Williams, Logan Wilson, yada, yada, yada. And Herbert's not even playing good, and he's still got a bum-ass hand. So, for that, Cowboys.
I'm going to pick the Chargers.
You got to be different. I get it.
Nah, I think the Chargers will pull it off. I think the Cowboys are just too decimated, and the Chargers are still playing for something. Vikings, Giants in New York.
Giants.
I'm going to go with the Vikings.
I loathe everybody on the Vikings, so.
No, I would love to see the Giants win the game. I like Dart, but I think the Vikings win it. Bengals, Dolphins.
Theoretically, two coaches coaching for their job, most likely. I'd have to go with, if T. Higgins plays, I'm going to go with the Bengals, which I think he's on the uptick of playing. So I think I'm going to go with the Bengals on this one.
I'm also going to go with the Bengals. Buccaneers, Panthers, both 7-7 division game, playing for the division, most likely. And that is in
Carolina.
Yep, Panther territory.
I think, well, they both just lost. The Bucks by 1, the Saints by 2. Or the Saints beat the Panthers by 2, and the Falcons beat the Bucks by 1. Both last-second field goals. I think the Panthers are probably going to win just because, I mean, granted, Mike Evans is going to get his stats. He's probably going to get like 200 yards plus. But I think the Panthers are going to win.
I think the Panthers are going to win too. Obviously, both these teams are going to they're not going anywhere in the playoffs. Obviously, one of them has to sit in that playoff spot, but I think the Panthers win this one too. Jets, Saints, that riveting game in New Orleans.
Honestly, what's crazy about this is I think it's going to be high scoring.
It totally could be. This, you're playing for draft seeding. So, I mean, you don't want to win the game, do you?
Let him score. Let him score.
Pretty much.
Let him score. But then we also got to score so it doesn't look bad. I'm going to go with the Jets.
I also think the Jets are going to win this one. Bills, Browns.
Bills.
Me too. And that's in Cleveland.
But Micah Parsons, Habit, Myles Garrett is 1 sack away from beating the record.
He's going to get it.
Of 22.5 sacks because I think he's sitting at 22 right now. So TJ Watt and Michael Strahan, both Giants, have the record at 22.5. If he gets 1 sack this game, he does it in the same amount of weeks as
those boys.
Strahan
Oh,
had.
so he's definitely going to get it against Josh
This
Allen.
is week 15. Strahan did that in 16 weeks.
Right.
So if he gets it today, not today, but this weekend, he did it in 1 less game than Strahan.
It's true.
And 2 less games than Watt. TJ, that is. So
that is very true. I think the Bills win, but yeah, I think Myles Garrett gets his 1.
yeah,
He's hunting for it.
Yeah, well, he's hunting for 25.
Yep.
Is what he wants. Because he had it written on his wrist.
I like it. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get to 25.
I hope. He needs a better team. Although I don't feel bad for him because he's had the chance to leave the Browns like 2 or 3 times by now. He just signed for the money.
Yep.
So.
For sure. Chiefs, Titans, Tennessee. Who do the Chiefs have as their backup quarterback?
Carson Wentz.
That's actually not a bad backup.
Is it Wentz? Or did Wentz go to the Vikings and he's back up from McCarthy? Wentz is on...
He's on the Vikings. You're right.
He was on the Chiefs, though. So, oh, dear.
Gardner Minshew. That's right.
Minshew Mania, that's right.
That's right, because he threw the pick that sealed their fate.
Oh,
at the end of that Chargers game.
Yeah, yep.
So, does Gardner Minshew win some games?
Minshew's stats on the year is -3 rushing yards, 22 passing yards. Oh, -6 rushing yards, 22 passing yards, and a pick.
So you're telling me that Cam Ward and the Titans are going to beat the Chiefs at home?
Yes.
I am going to say yes as well. I don't think the Chiefs are going to win another game.
Do it. If the Titans win,
please.
Do you want to make a bet?
Well,
I know we're both rooting for the Titans.
I need the Titans to win so the Cardinals lose.
But
you get better draft seeding or picks.
We should both get like a Cam Ward jersey or something for the low on eBay or something.
I ain't gonna buy no Cam Ward jersey.
It could be good. Or what about a trading card?
A trading card.
That could go up in value, dude. It's his rookie card.
Sure, we gotta find it first.
Yeah, I just gotta go to Tennessee.
Jags, Broncos in Denver.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jags.
Go with the away team.
I trust. Well, because dude, I despise the Broncos now. I hate them. I do.
They're winning games, dude.
I don't give a shit.
They're winning games.
I don't like them. So real quick, at the end of the Packers and Broncos game, they had an interview with Bo Nix, and I can't remember the interviewer. It might have been Tafoya. I can't remember. I don't even know if she's working anymore.
Tafoya.
But they were like, "Oh, how do you feel winning at home?" And everybody was like against you, and you guys hadn't lost here in like 14 months, and everybody called you the underdogs and stuff. And then she was like, "Oh, what do you have to say to them?" And then Bo Nix was like, "Oh, we're the overdogs." I was like, "That's stupid." I was
Very.
like, out of anything. That's so cheesy. I was like, "Shut up."
Sounds like an Oregon Duck.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, like, I don't know, man. That was Bo Nix's, it tied his best game ever as a pro
Right.
since he came in like 3 years ago. And it would be on Sunday versus the Packers in a very important game for the Packers, for Bo Nix to just
Say something stupid like
put
that.
his wiener all over us and
For
say
sure.
something stupid. But nonetheless,
Jags over the Broncos.
yes, I trust. Although Denver's defense is better, not by a lot, but it is. They get more sacks and they get more takeaways. But Jags are good in their own right, and the Jaguars' offense, I feel like, has been more consistent than Denver's offense, which is going to be key.
And then
You picking the Broncos?
No, I'm picking the Jags on this one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the 2-game difference. Broncos are 12-2. I couldn't remember their record, but they won, so they're 12-2. And then the Jags are 10-4. But yeah, no, I think the Jags are gonna come into Mile High, and they're gonna come out with the dub.
For the first time in 14 months.
Yep. Falcons, Cardinals in Arizona. You want to go to that game? I think they're selling tickets for like $12 for those lower
They're paying
seats.
us to take them.
Right.
I mean, if you're not doing anything, it's another football game. We could go.
Camps, Christmas time. I got a lot of Christmas movies to watch.
Your kid's not gonna remember them.
Yes, huh?
You know what?
It's an afternoon game.
Who's gonna remember the 21st? You and I when we go to the Falcons Cardinals game.
Who comes out with the dub? I'm picking the Falcons.
Really?
I think the Falcons are going to come in and kick our butts. The Cardinals don't know how to compete.
I was gonna go with the Cardinals on this one actually, just because I don't see Kyle Pitts doing what Kyle Pitts did again.
No,
Again.
because
He had
Drake London is
10
back.
catches for like 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's not doing that again.
Well, no, he will never do that again.
Everybody's gonna start him in fantasy this week, and
He's gonna get 8 points.
He's gonna do 1 catch for 8 yards,
Right.
maybe a touchdown. But Drake London, he's not a for sure thing yet, because he hasn't even practiced yet. But Raheem Morris said he was positive on like the up track to start this week.
I would be shocked if the Cardinals win this game.
Even that,
Utterly shocked. We don't play good football at all. Like, we can't play defense. The only thing that is like our saving grace right now is the connection between Brissett and McBride. That's the only thing that's working for us. That is it. Nothing else is working. Run game blows. Our running backs blow. Our defense blows. Walter Nolan's good on the line when he plays, but he's been very sporadic when he plays because he's playing with injuries. And Calais Campbell obviously is awesome, but we wasted his year. And Buddha's good, but he's also getting old. It's just he can't do it all. He's getting torn up. The Falcons are going to win this game.
the Falcons aren't young in their own right either.
And the Cardinals are playing to lose. They have to. Right now, you have to play to lose to get a better draft pick.
But one of these bad teams always messes up,
Right.
And messes up their draft order by winning a game.
Right.
And why not choose the Cardinals to mess up their draft order? So
That would make sense, but
that's why
they
I'm
just
picking the Cardinals to win. The Cardinals are going to win.
cool. Well, I still got the Falcons, and you picked the Cardinals. And I don't understand the Falcons because the Falcons have great players, great players, and they're just very inconsistent.
John, it's just
doesn't make sense.
It's the quarterback play, because they've gone from Cousins to Penix back to Cousins because Penix got hurt. And before that, you had obviously Matt Ryan, and then maybe like weird people on the in between Matt Ryan and Cousins.
But they're not bad quarterbacks, obviously. Cousins is not a bad quarterback. Crappy playoff quarterback. Because he's only played in like one playoffs or one game in playoffs. Great regular season, and then the Penix is just too brand new. He doesn't know what he's doing. But that team, they frustrate me because they have the players. They just don't know how to win the games with those players. Like Kyle Pitts having his 3-touchdown game last week. That's the Kyle Pitts that everybody knew before he got drafted.
5 years ago.
Right. And then hasn't been able to do crap since last week.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Raiders, Texans in Texas.
Texans by a country mile.
42-3.
42-0.
There you go. I also picked the Texans. Steelers, Lions in Detroit.
This might be the first time that I did it.
Ooh. You're not about to do what I think you're about to do. Ain't no way. Because, Roger, you couldn't pick against your boy?
Yeah, I mean, he's 42 years old, and the offense isn't like... The offense for the Steelers is so wishy-washy, and then if TJ Watt doesn't come out of the hospital, because I think he's still in there, or else I would have heard about it, or we would have got notification that he got out. Like, I don't see... The Steelers just beat Miami, which is like... And then, they did beat the Ravens like 2 weeks ago also, which that catch real quick that Isaiah Likely had in the end zone. Even Ben Roethlisberger during the podcast was watching that game. He was like, oh, that's a touchdown. 100%.
That was 100% a touchdown. There ain't no way it's not.
Yeah, Roethlisberger watched it. He was like, oh, touchdown. And then he was like, then he went to like so on and so forth of like kicking a field goal, like, well, PAT, or going for two.
Yeah.
And he was like, he said, oh, no, you kick a field goal. But then he changed it to like, oh, you got to kick it, or not kick, but do the two-pointer. But then they called, like, they reversed the call. And then he was like shocked that it wasn't a touchdown. So
As was everybody else.
Yeah, you even have NFL Hall of Fame quarterbacks who played for that team that they're against and like was like, oh, that's a touchdown for his probably most hated rival. So
any other game that's a touchdown. Mm-hmm. But yeah, whatever. So who do you think? Steelers, Lions.
Lions.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Lions as well. Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football. Yeah. Sunday night, Patriots and Ravens at the bank.
The bank, be more.
Do the Patriots come into the bank to steal some money? Or do the Ravens beat New England? Sorry, no Snazzy come back for that one.
Nah, the bank is going to be closed on Sunday.
They typically are.
Yep, exactly. So that is the same for the Ravens because the Patriots are going to win.
Ooh, by how much? I want a prediction on this game.
28-17.
Okay, I like it. I'm picking the Pats too. I don't see the Pats losing 2 in a row. They lost the game against the Bills, which they shouldn't have. They should have easily won that game.
Absolutely not.
That made no sense to me, but I don't see the Patriots losing 2 in a row, especially against the Ravens team who's playing 500 ball. They're not good.
No.
They played the Bengals and shut them out, which was obviously their best game of the year. But again, you're playing the Bengals.
And Joe Burrow's worst game of his career.
Right.
So.
Yep. I'm also picking the Pats. Niners, Brock Purdy versus Phillip Rivers and the Colts in Indianapolis. Who gets the dub? Monday Night Football.
Mind you, Brock Purdy was a mere sperm cell when Rivers got drafted.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
So very true story.
Just a wee little lad. Is McCaffrey fully healthy?
He's supposed to play.
Kittle's still there. Juwan Jennings still there. Ricky did good this last Sunday.
Is Purdy gonna Dougie in the end zone in Indy when they win the football game? Or is Phillip Rivers and Grandpa Time, Father Time gonna score some touch and win the game?
Is DeForest Buckner back for the Colts?
No, I think he's out for the year.
He was put on IR, which means like when he got hurt, they said he was out for 4 weeks.
Let's check.
That was like 4 to 5 weeks ago. But then Sauce is out, so then there's that. Kenny Moore is still playing, I believe. Malachi Blackman still playing. Grover Stewart still playing. Latu still playing. The Colts defense is better than the Niners defense, but the Niners offense is better than the Colts offense. I think, honestly, it's not going to be quarterback play. It'll be the running backs. It's going to have to be JT because JT's losing any sort of MVP case that he's had this whole year.
Yeah, no, he's not going to be MVP.
Weeks. He's not even there. He's not even like
he's not in the
offensive
conversation.
Player of the year consideration anymore.
No.
It has to be JSN.
Yep. Most consistent. DeForest Buckner, I don't know what he's listed as, but his 21-day window opened up.
When?
December 12th.
So 4 days ago.
Yeah. So I don't know where that puts him if he's going to play or not.
Which would mean that he could potentially come back for this game. If he doesn't, then he comes back the following game, and then after that, he would be out for the year. So he's either coming back this week or next week or not at all.
He's probably going to come back this week because they're still playing for
a playoff spot.
They need Whether he's going through still recovering from injury or not,
they need him.
Yep, for sure.
Need him. So,
Niners or Colts, Monday Night Football.
Man, you trust Jonathan Taylor more, or you trust Christian McCaffrey more?
That's hard. The Niners are steamrolling people right now.
That's what it's going to come down. It's going to come down to the running backs.
I'm picking the Niners to win this game. I'm rooting for the Colts, and I want Phillip Rivers to get a W, just because it's like nostalgia, and I love the Colts and I love Phillip Rivers. But I think Brock Purdy and the Niners are going to win the game. They're playing really good football right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Rams are playing good football. Niners are playing good football. Seahawks are playing good football, and the Cardinals are not.
Yeah, they just be watching. Yeah, give me Brock Big Cock Purdy, and the Niners for the dub.
Hometown hero Brock Purdy.
Well, not our hometown hero, but this
Perry
town.
High School.
Yep.
In Chandler, Arizona. All right, cool. Shoot.
Basketball, maybe.
Bro, that took us 23 minutes. Rapid fire prediction went really quick.
Muy rapido.
23 minutes, dude. I was like, man, we got some time to play some basketball and talk about some basketball, but yeah, well, no. Like 7 minutes. Who's winning the NBA Cup? That was tonight. Spurs and the Knicks played. Who won that championship game?
The Knickerbockers.
All right, nobody cares. All right.
Yep.
Just an honorable mention. Who is winning the NBA championship this year? Is it going to be your Oklahoma City Thunder? Is it going to be the LA Lakers? Is it going to be the Phoenix Suns? Probably not. Is it going to be anybody else? Detroit Pistons? What do we got?
I think, me personally, I would still see the Lakers. And then the Thunder, I mean, they just lost to the Spurs in Wembanyama's first game back after like 3-4 weeks. I honestly think that as the standings fall right now in the, I was about to say NFC, but in the Western Conference, the Thunder would play the Warriors, the Nuggets would play the Suns, the Lakers would play the Timberwolves, and the Spurs would play the Rockets. Spurs beat Rockets, Lakers beat Timberwolves. Nuggets and Suns, I see a 7-game series on either side. And then I could see the Warriors edging out the Thunder and beating the Thunder in a 7-game series. So then, with that being said, I feel like the Western Conference Finals could be the Lakers and Spurs. If Wemby stays healthy, and if Reeves stays healthy, if Lucas stays healthy, Braun stays healthy.
Well, the Lakers can win without LeBron. So if LeBron, for some reason, goes down, the Lakers are still in a great spot. They're going to be fine. But yes, if you lose Luka or if you lose Reeves for an extended period of time, then that's going to be your issue area.
Even Reeves is out right now.
Right, but it's not for a long period of time, right? It was only 2 weeks.
He needs to be. He's been out for the last couple of games. I think he needs to be reevaluated in like a week or two. So if we were to go to that Suns and Lakers game on the 23rd, we'd not see him.
They are coming. The Lakers are coming back into town in February 26th.
Yeah, because how is that possible?
That's what I looked up on Ticketmaster when I was looking to see when the Lakers were in town.
But you play your division 4 times a year, not 6.
I don't know. Maybe Ticketmaster had it wrong.
So it should be 2 in LA, 2 in Phoenix.
Right.
Unless they change stuff. They could have. They'd be switching things around.
All the time.
So it could be 3 and 3.
We'll
But February 26th game, I'd be down to go to. The Eastern side.
Pistons sitting at 1 at 21-5.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Pistons or Knicks. I don't see any of those other
Hawks
teams.
aren't going to do nothing, not even with Tingus Pingus and Trae Young. The Cavs not going to do nothing, even with Mobley and Donovan. They're not doing good right now.
Well, the Celtics are coming back a little bit.
The Sixers, disgusting.
That's weird. They started off really bad this year.
Yeah, they did, because they don't have like anybody besides Jaylen Brown.
Right, but now they're 15-11. How'd that happen? They obviously went on a win streak.
Yeah, well, they've won 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, that'll help.
On a losing streak of 2. So they were 15-9. But I loathe Boston, so they can eat it. I'd have to say the Pistons and or the Knicks. Maybe even the Magic. I think the Magic could make some noise if they're all fully healthy. So I would say the top 2 teams in the West for me would be Lakers and Spurs. The third, Thunder. Dark Horse, Suns. Top 3 teams in the East, Pistons, Knicks, Magic. Dark Horse would be the Cavs.
I like it. Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up with the Suns and their winning record Right now they're 14-12, but we're always a 500 team in all of sports. Besides the Cardinals, obviously, where we lose handsomely with the Cardinals, and then for the Suns and the Diamondbacks, we're always 500 balls. So, yeah, fun times. But we'll talk more NBA.
Arizona sports, dude. 500 ball.
Yep, that's what we be, dude.
Start rooting for winning teams.
You can't do that. Been here a decade.
Well, you had the Colts and the Heat that you were fans of.
Back when we were living in California, back when I was like 8 years old.
Which wouldn't make any sense.
I know.
Indianapolis and Miami. That's not in California.
Pretty close, though.
Not even.
That's pretty close.
Not even.
I just like the players, okay? But when I moved out here, I was dedicated to the city.
Yeah,
So
I get it.
Now I rep the cities, and we suck.
I'm too in deep with the Packers and Colts to switch anything. But who knows? You could turn me to the Diamondbacks.
Yep. No, you're a Diamondback fan.
Who knows? Maybe the Mercury.
No. Sweet. Well, that's it for this episode. We'll talk more about NBA basketball as it unravels and the NFL comes down to a whine. Yeah, to a whine. Sure. It's late. I'm tired. And playoff football starts, but it looks like the seedings for both the NFC and AFC are probably going to stay where they're at. But we shall see. There's some big games.
The teams are going to stay.
Teams are going to stay. The cities are going to change a little bit. But I don't think anybody's going to be sneaking up unless it's the Panthers. But that's it. So, yeah, if you guys could go ahead and listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If you could go ahead and share with your family and friends, follow us, leave comments, get your name out there. I know you guys be seeing family that you like or don't like this holiday season. But regardless of what your dislikes and likes are, go ahead and talk about sports because you can get along with sports for the most part. We're just two brothers in Arizona, just BSing about sports every week. Every Wednesday we drop our episodes, so give us a follow and a like. We'll see you guys next week. Yippee!